Hi everyone, to my single friends out there, marriage is a serious covenant and a commitment. I know you must have been hearing, yes, marriage is a commitment.
Marriage is a covenant and it's a commitment.
Two questions you need to ask yourself and you need to really think about seriously. How can you get yourself ready to be committed in marriage? You get yourself ready to be committed by training yourself to learn how to be committed, right? If you don't know how, you can look for a mentor whom you can either openly or secretly follow, understudy the person, study their lifestyle, and then you learn how to be committed. Now, take anything that is committed to you seriously. Any responsibility that is committed to you, take it seriously. Stop avoiding responsibilities at work, at home, in school, in church, anywhere you go. Stop avoiding responsibilities. Everybody has to be responsible at one time in life or the other, right? Everybody has to have responsibilities in life, right? Even as a baby, as a baby, you have to cry when you're hungry, when you're uncomfortable. As an infant, as an adolescent, a young adult, full adult, we all have responsibilities, don't we? We all have responsibilities. So take your responsibilities seriously. Learn to become a committed person even before you even think about getting married. Learn to be a committed person way before. Now, this is the second question I need you to think about seriously. Question number 2. Is it possible to not be a committed person and then become committed the moment you say I do? That is it possible to become committed after marriage without being committed before marriage? Well, there's a possibility that you can learn to become committed after marriage, but it's going to come at a high cost. Of course, you can learn to become more committed after marriage. Oh, nobody will teach you that. You will become more committed after marriage or after wedding or after you say I do. But is there a possibility that you were not a committed person and then you suddenly become a committed person the moment you say I do? Is there a possibility? Well, if you wait until the day that you say I do before you begin to learn how to become a responsible person or how to become a committed person, then you are unserious, right? It's like you already planned to fail without planning. You are like that person who did not prepare for a driving test before you went for your driving test. You did not plan. So you are waiting to already fail before you start. Let me tell you the story of that person who did not plan for his driving test before he went for the test. You just woke up one morning and decided, oh, all my friends are driving cars, so now I want to drive a car too. You ordered for your car and you got it because you probably have enough money or enough funds to buy yourself a small car. But you did not know that you have to have a driving license, right? You then decided to get one. And then you booked yourself a date for the driving test. You got an instructor, all right, took a few preliminary lessons, driving lessons, and then you stopped taking lessons because you thought that now you can move that damn car, therefore you can drive. You did not plan to take more driving lessons because you thought it wasn't necessary for you, right? Okay, your instructor advises you now, not to take the test because you did not have enough driving lessons. You are not ready for the test. All right? You are not prepared enough for the test. But you refused to listen because right from when you were growing up, you never listened to anybody anyway. You never listened to anyone. You think you know it all. So you have confidence in yourself. Oh, by the way, there's nothing wrong with having confidence in yourself. All right? There's nothing wrong in having confidence with oneself, but you've got to mix that confidence with other values. Confidence alone cannot take you through life, all right? Now, that's by the way. Anyways, let's go on with the story. So, on the day of your test, you woke up early enough, had a bath, dressed up, and your instructor comes for you at the appointed time. Your instructor had already told you before that day that because you did not have enough driving lessons, he would not go with you, and that you can't go with his car, which is the professional car that you're supposed to use for the driving test, right? So you agreed to that arrangement because after all, your car meets the standard. So you thought, okay, you already bought yourself a car, which was delivered to you, by the way. So you would go with your car. You foolishly and ignorantly chose to do the test with your own car. What you did not know is that there is more danger and high cost awaiting you if you go in your car and fail the test. Let's continue with the story. So on that day, you jumped into your car and your instructor drives you to the test center, right? You get there in good time. You get there in good time, all right. Presented your papers, your proper documents, and now it's time to do the test. You started moving the car, went through the first few minutes, but then your examiner told you to do a maneuver and you messed it up nicely. You were reversing and did not see a car coming in front of you. So you kept on going. While you were supposed to stop, immediately you see a car moving all around you, in front, beside, or behind you, right? While you are reversing. So your examiner had to perform an emergency stop, and that was it. The test was over. You had failed the test. You did not just fail that test. Your examiner had to get out of your car and left you there, you and your car. And because you don't have a driver's license yet, you can't move that car. You have to find a towing van, which will now tow your car back home. So you see, now you are in a deep SHIT. If you had listened to your instructor, though you had failed the driving test, but at least you could have saved yourself of all the trouble of having to look for a towing van, having to call a towing van, having to pay for it, and then having your car towed back home and all that stuff. The bigger issue is that you did not commit to taking enough driving lessons before you set out for the test. If you had, you would have learnt all the maneuvers well before attempting the test. 2, you would not have even got yourself in that big mess. So what is the moral of this story? You cannot jump into marriage just because all your friends are getting married. You can't jump into marriage without planning for it. You can't jump into marriage without being a responsible person. Yeah? You can't jump into marriage without having a sense of commitment. You can't even take responsibility of your own actions. You don't know how to apologize when you go wrong. You can't take simple instructions. You can't take simple corrections. You can't do any of those things, all because you did not learn when you were supposed to learn. You did not learn how to be a responsible person. You did not learn how to be a committed person. You need to learn these things before you get into marriage. We will talk more in another video. Please like and share this video with your friends and family, and please subscribe to my channel if you have not. My name is Princess. I'll see you in my next video, up here or up there. Click on this video that appears now for more. I'll see you in that video.
Thanks for watching.